Hey kiddo, are you sick and tired of that boring old Wii?
Yup.
But you want to make it where you can stream music and play DVDs on it?
Uh-huh.
How about modifying it where you can play any NES game ever for free?
Yay!
Oh. Interested? Well, stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Nintendo Junkie Tuesdays. I'm your host, JillpooThree, and tonight we're going to be dispelling the myth of the Princess Twilight hack for the Wii. We're also going to be turning our Wii into an emulator, a streaming radio station, and we're going to learn how to play DVDs on the Wii. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Legal warning, if you miss a step, you might fuck up your Wii and that'll be your fault. So do exactly what I say, in order, and it won't happen. And also hacking your Wii is illegal, so don't do it. Alright, the first thing we have to do is figure out what version of firmware you have on your Wii. Basically that is the software that runs the main page on the Wii. And there was a mandatory update that came out about a year ago. So this is the first step, and this is very important to do. Go to Wii Options, go to Wii Settings, and in the upper right hand corner, we'll tell you exactly what version yours is. Now if you have version 4.0 or higher, the Princess Twilight hack will not work. Okay? Will not. I predict about 95% of you will have version 4.0, and that's good. That's what we want. That's going to be a lot easier, but I'm still going to tell you the story. Now, if your firmware is 3.4, you can do the Princess Twilight hack, and it will work. Basically that's a way of achieving the Homebrew channel. So if you have version 4.0, like I have, then you can do this new one. It's a lot easier. If your firmware is 3.4, you can do the Princess Twilight hack. And what that is, there's a little teeny number on the back of the disc, and it's going to end in either 0 or 2. There's 2 versions of this game, so find out what yours is before you proceed. Okay, then you download the save state, which is what the Nintendo saves as your progress in the game. You want to back that up using your SD card onto your computer so you can not waste your Zelda game. And then you replace it on the Wii memory with a new save state called the Princess Twilight hack. And then when you start the game up, depending on the 0 or the 2, you open up that one. And when it starts the game, you're about 10 feet away from this dude. You walk up to him, and you talk to him. And as soon as you talk to him, it tries to load the name of the horse. And this save state has such a long name of the horse that it causes the Wii to crash. That's good though, because when that happens, it tries to find the name of the horse and reboot, and it finds the new install exe for the Homebrew channel, and it installs it. That's what the Princess Twilight hack is. I think it's kind of unique. Nintendo found out about this, and they decided to update the software to stop it. And they did, and within 8 hours of the release of the new firmware, someone found a crack for it. I predict about 95% of you are going to have version 4.0 like I do, and if you do, I'm going to show you what to do. Here's what you're going to need. A standard SD card. It does not have to be compatible with the Wii. Just mine is. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, as long as it's not 4 gigs or higher. Just trust me on this, alright? 4 gigs or higher will not work. And some computers come with a SD reader. If yours does not, you have to buy one. They're about $15 to get one, but believe me, it's going to be worth it. By default, most SD cards will come as a FAT. If it does not, you can reformat it as a FAT. Once you do that, you can proceed. Alright, once you download the file, you have to extract it. You want to extract everything onto the SD card. Your SD card is going to have exactly this on it. Alright, now we're going to go to Wii Options. Data management, Wii channels. This is the point where it asks you if you want to boot. You hit yes, and it'll say install the Homebrew channel. You're going to do that. It takes about 5 seconds. Then you have the channel. You also want to install DVD-X. And the third option, I believe, is bootly or something like that. Don't do that one. Just do the first one and the second one, and then quit. And then once you do that, you will have the Homebrew channel. It'll constantly ask you if you want to update. I don't know why, just hit no. That's it. Alright, I also definitely recommend getting the Homebrew browser. You go to webrew.org and look at all the applications they have. Right there, click on that, install that, you're going to love that. From there you can download stuff straight from the internet onto your Wii. The M player is where you play your DVDs. Now once you have the NES emulator, I got mine off the Brew browser, the Homebrew browser. It's going to be a folder. Right here you want to look at, called FCEUGX. Open that. You're going to put your ROMs right here. That's where you're going to place your ROMs in order to make them work. I have about 11,000 NES ROMs on one disc, about 2.5 gigs. And I know there's not that many games, but there's a lot of hacks and a lot of duplicates. So that's why there's that many. Put them onto a disc, and now your Wii can read DVDs. So all we do is go to settings, load device from DVD, go back again. Now it's loading them. Now there are a couple of bugs with this software, nothing major. Like you might see like a DOS screen for a little while instead of like a dancing Mario music or whatever. Nothing horrible. Keep in mind it says unlicensed by Nintendo. But once you put the DVD in, for this one there's so many of them. It takes kind of a while to read it. And it turns the remote into a dildo for a little bit. Nothing detrimental or harmful to the machine. Just a weird little bug. Okay, now let's read them all. I have 11,000 NES games on my Wii. I'm gonna pick a random one. It's gonna be Jaws, apparently. And there you have it. So this is a way of streaming music from the internet onto your Wii, out of your TV. Go to genres, go to ambient. And once you do that, the official Nintendo Junkie background music is the first one, Groove Salad. Another cool thing you can do is you can pop the bubbles in the background. Alright, in closing I would just like to add this video alone that took at least 15 hours in research and development. And there's so much more I want to do this week, but I am about to run out of time. But that's all. You just check the time at the bottom. I saw that. Look, little progress bar. Slow down, progress bar. I got more to do. You're not going to want to miss next week, so I have to dedicate the entire episode to unboxings and pickups. I got a super cool package from Creeboy411, and I was laughing my ass off when I opened it. And I got an unexpected package from Fat Funk, and I have a little story to go along with that. I'll tell you next week also. Alright, I'm also going to start a new thing every week where I'm going to recommend 5 games. I want you guys to vote on which one you want to see in the next episode of Quickiepoo, which, as you know, is the 20 to 30 second video game review. It's not going to be extensive like backstory and everything. It's just going to be footage, game footage. Alright, I'm recommending 5 games this week. The first one is Balloon Fight. Second one is Blaster Master. Third one is Adventure Island. Fourth one is DuckTales. And the last one is Ring King. Now, if you don't have these, I recommend getting them. I want you to vote and tell me which one you want to see in the next episode of Quickiepoo. Alright, and as always, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll do whatever I can to help you out. And I'll see you soon.